Okay, let's go.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rain. I make lifestyle, productivity, fitness content and a little bit of books sprinkled in between. So if that's the type of content, remember to like, subscribe and comment down below. As you've seen from the title of the video, I'm going to be taking you through a roadmap to becoming a pharmacist in South Africa. So if that's what you want to be, that's what you want to do, this is the only video you'll ever need, hopefully. There it is. Okay, so step one to becoming a pharmacist in South Africa starts in high school. So in high school, there are compulsory subjects that you should do for you to be accepted into pharmacy when you get to university. Number one is you need life sciences, no other way around it. You need physics, no other way around it. You need mathematics. There's no other way around it. Okay, and then you need English, and I think English is a requirement in all fields because you'll be studying in English, so you need to be proficient in the language itself. So those 4 subjects are compulsory. You must do them and you must pass them with at least 60%, 65% upwards. But I always say, like, just shoot for the moon, you know. If you don't land there, you might be one of the shining stars and get like a 6, you know. So shoot for the 7s, and if you don't get to the 7s, you'll be one of the 6s there. So now that takes me to my next point, which is you need to get an APS score of at least 35. Okay, which is a lot, but you need to get like good marks. That's what I'm saying. Like, aim for like 7s and 6s, so that if you don't get to the 7s and 6s, maybe your 5 will get you in. You see? Exactly. So once you are in high school and you pick the right subjects and you go to APS score and you apply to universities, which universities can you apply to do your B.Pharm degree in South Africa? So I have a list of universities that offer pharmacy. I'm just not sure if I was able to cover all of them, but I put in like a good number of them. So if there's a university that offers pharmacy that's not on this list, please feel free to tell me in the comment section. If I missed the university, say in the comment section. Somebody else might be looking for that information, so let's share information. So the first university is University of Pretoria, University of Witwatersrand, which is Wits, Rhodes University, Northwest University, University of KwaZulu-Natal, Nelson Mandela University, Sivako Health Sciences University. Of course, I saved the best for last because I am an SNU graduate. Okay, so once you've picked your university, this is what you should expect in most universities. I'm not sure if everything is going to be structured exactly in this way, but from my research, what most universities try to cover in year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4 is a bit similar, because by the end of your B.Pharm degree, you need to have covered all of these things for you to be a competent pharmacist, you know. So in year 1, most of them will cover like basic sciences, hence why science is very important. Like, you need to take science in high school so that things are a bit easier for you when you get to university, right? So they cover basic science like chemistry, biology, as well as physiology, which is your body. And then on year 3, they will cover pharmacology. That's where things start getting deep. But I think for us, even in year 1, we were already learning a little bit of pharmacology because we did some gastrointestinal drugs. So yeah, it all depends on the university you go to. So we do like, yeah, all of that. So yeah, year 3, I think you should just expect pharmacology in each year. It should be coming up some way, somehow. Pharmacology, pharmaceutics, pharmacy law, clinical pharmacy basics. It all depends on, like I said, the structure of the university as well. And then once you get to year 4 tends to focus a lot on the clinical side of things, on hospital-based learning, on making sure that you fully understand pharmacy as a whole. And then you'll be covering the laws of pharmacy, pharmacy management, patient counseling. Like, at that time, they expect you to know what you're doing, to know how to interact with patients, to know how to counsel a patient, to understand the laws, the regulations, and all of those things. So by then, you're basically learning like advanced pharmacy by year 4, right? So Once year 4 is done, I think for SMU year 4, we also covered research. I can't talk about other universities if they did do like a group research um thing at the end, but we did like a group research thing at the end, which was very nice and we enjoyed it like thoroughly. So that you should also expect if you are gonna be doing your B Farm with SMU. And then once you're done with your B Farm, it's time for you to do your internship. Now, internship is just 1 year and you get to apply where you want to do your internship. You can do it at a hospital, you can do it at retail like Clinks and Discount, or you can do it at like Aspen, like the manufacturing companies, Aspen, Cipla, in industry, or you can also do it with SAPRA, which is our regulatory authority. So pick where you want to do your internship, and if you're lucky, you will get to go where you actually would love to go. But some of us just have to go wherever you get placed, wherever you get accepted to do your internship, because internship is just a year. But sometimes that year can be a defining year. But yeah, anyway, internship is just 1 year, right? So what to expect during that 1 year, you're expected to finish 6 CPDs, right? A CPD is a continuous professional development. You do those, and then you need a supervisor. So wherever you do your internship, there needs to be like a registered tutors, pharmacist tutors there, who will be your supervisors during your internship year, right? So in that year, you're expected to complete 6 CPDs, and then those CPDs are basically you completing work. Like these are things within your scope of practice that you are expected to cover during your internship. It's more like it's assessments to see if you have been doing what is expected of you as a pharmacist. Okay, for instance, there is one CPD where you have to dispense and then show that you have followed all the steps of dispensing and you followed them correctly, right? So they're basically just trying to assess you and to see that you fully understand all aspects of pharmacy. And then once you are done with your CPDs and then you submit all of them, and they all need to be approved on the SAPC website. Once everything has been submitted and everything is good to go and all your CPDs have passed, then you can apply for your exam. So we get to write 2 exams at the end of the year. One is calculations and the other one is clinical. So be prepared. Be prepared. It's gonna be brutal. But the end of it, you're gonna be so happy because it's gonna be so worth it, right? So what happens if you submit all your CPDs and unfortunately not all of them get approved, because we've all had to like redo our CPDs at least a couple of times, okay? So you're not alone. You're not alone. So you can do your CPD, you can write your exam, pass your exam, but you still need to finish your CPDs before you can be before you can register as a ComServe pharmacist, if that makes sense. So you need to complete your 6 CPDs and then take your exams. So preferably do like that, like prioritize the CPDs, finish them, and then do your exams, right? I try to make that as understandable as possible. I hope you get it. But if you don't get it, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll be more than happy to try and explain it further. Okay? So here you are, internship, 6 CPDs submitted, 2 exams passed, and you are ready to become a ComServe pharmacist, right? So what do you expect when you do your ComServe? Number one, oh yeah, another thing I forgot. Internship, there's a fee that you pay to SAPC to be registered as a pharmacist. And then when you become a ComServe, there's another fee that you have to pay to be registered as a ComServe pharmacist. So ComServe is a bit different. For ComServe, you have to choose, I think it's like you get like 5 options, and then you pick the hospitals that you want to go to, and then the government will place you wherever they place you. So unfortunately, you cannot pick all 5 options be from a suburb, because we'd all love to be working in Joburg or in Cape Town or in Pretoria. But because they know we all like that, they make sure that you can't pick from the same place all of your options, if that makes sense, right? So you will get like 2 options from a tertiary hospital, 1 option from secondary, the others are going to be from district, like smaller districts in the rural areas. So just be on the lookout for that. And then you get placed. Okay, you get placed. From the 5 options, you just place you on one of them. If you're lucky, maybe you'll get the number 1 option or you get the last option, whichever one it is, but that's where you'll be doing your ComServe. And ComServe is just 1 year. And once you're done, you can then register as a pharmacist and you can own a pharmacy. You can be a clinical pharmacist, work in the hospital. You can be you can work at look guys, you can work anyway. Okay, once you become a registered pharmacist, it's entirely up to you what you want to do with your degree moving forward. Okay, so what do we now expect? Like, what are other options that you have once you become a pharmacist? Now, you can of course specialize and get a master's. Now, a master's, you can then become like a clinical pharmacist, or you can be a master's, you can get a master's in oncology. There's a lot of masters that you can get, guys, in public health as well. So it all depends on what you want to do with your master's and what you have planned for your career moving forward, if you get what I mean. So you can specialize, that is a possibility. Yeah, but there's a lot of things that you can do as a pharmacist. You can work at a hospital, you can work in retail, you can work in manufacturing where the people actually make the paracetamol from scratch. You can work in research and development where they like develop new drugs from scratch. You can work with regulatory authorities where you regulate the medication. You can change the scheduling of a drug depending on how addictive it is, how dangerous it is. You see, you are the guys who approve medicine from abroad that's coming into South Africa that needs to be registered with you guys, and then you need to check if everything is in accordance with pharmacy practice. Like, guys, the sky is the limit as a pharmacist. It's just that a lot of people don't know what pharmacists can do because all they've seen is a pharmacist at clinics or at a hospital. But if you want to be a pharmacist, the sky is indeed the limit. There's a lot of things that you can do. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to keep this video short, sweet, and simple and to the point. Okay? So if you want to become a pharmacist in South Africa, step 1, high school, do the right subject. Step 2, university, commit yourself. It's going to be a lot of hours, a lot of exams, but at the end of the day, it's going to be worth it. Step 3, your internship. Make sure your CPDs are all submitted in time because you might have to do one CPD more than once. Okay? Step 4, ComServe. Once you're done with ComServe, the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want to do. Oh, another thing is, you don't have to go through all of the steps like that in order for you to specialize. Let's say after finishing your degree, you feel like, no, I know I want to specialize in oncology. You can do a master's in oncology. You don't have to do internship. And then your master's becomes like your internship all at once, if that makes sense. Yeah, so that's also a possible pathway that you can take. But nonetheless, guys, let me know in the comment section if you want to be a pharmacist in South Africa or if you know somebody who's a pharmacist. And do you like the profession? What do you think pharmacists are, apart from you guys thinking we just count your pills? Which we do. But it's not the only thing we do. Okay? Until next time, I love you lots, guys.
Okay,
Bye.
let's go.